How's it going? Welcome to our very first stream. Sorry to keep y'all waiting. I am in the process of making a build for the game. That's why it took so long. Found a bug, for the previous patch that we was working on, and I had to get that going. So that's why the delay. But everything's fine right now. As you can see, what I got pulled up on my screen right now. Today we are launching our Patreon page. This is, something that I've talked with Mark with. In the past, granted, I do not look like Maximilian, dude. Anyway, yeah, something I talked with Mark with in the past, and now we're finally capable of launching it today. Uh, you know, pledging $5 a month will give you access to a special um place on the Discord. And also, we do have exclusive t-shirts available for right now within the Patreon page. Eventually, we will branch out to other outlets for t-shirts, but as of right now, we're going to make these exclusive to the Patreon. Because to be honest with everybody, just working on the game part time is not enough. Everybody needs to constantly work on the game, especially myself. If we're gonna want to make this, a great fighting game, I'm gonna have to be able to work on it full time. So, given a Patreon and then a stream, we plan to do a stream, every first and last Saturday of the month. So, doing that, get viewership up. We can show off the game as we want. But yeah, thank you, Postulatus, for the following. All right, just still waiting on this build, guys. I'm sorry, bit of delay. This is our first stream, so there is going to be some problems down the road, but I can say, it's been great to be on Steam for a whole year. We never thought that it would be possible, to be on Steam for this long and have as many sales just for an early access title. Um, we are very pleased, to be able to do that. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and be right back. Get this patch up, and then we're going to go over some gameplay. And I'm still here talking with you guys while I do that. Hello everybody out in the chat. So what's y'all's favorite character y'all like to play in the first game? Not this game, but the first game. Everybody's got their main from the first game. I know they do. Everybody want to talk? I'm sorry, guys, but bear with me here while I'm almost done. Chucky, yeah. Chucky, he was, having to really. He was a, technical character to have to work with due to the fact of his small, size. I know, some people have, requested they wanted, some kind of doll character in Ring of the Legends, but I'm not sure if we will ever make one of those. I know we're going to have a real big character coming soon. I know we're patiently waiting to show you, his completed, finalized model. It will be, available to the public soon. But yeah, for me, I always like to play with Freddy Krueger. That was always the character I always loved, and when it come to the movies, he scared me. When I remember watching the first Nightmare on Elm Street when I was maybe 4 or 5 years old. And, seeing the scene, at the time, I didn't know, the guy that was sitting on the bed was going to be a big name actor later on. You know, the scene where Johnny Depp gets pulled through the freaking bed and then the blood just shoots up from the freaking to the ceiling. That was just like, God, it just scared me half to death when I was a little kid. I thought Freddy was going to pull me into my bed. So with that, I know not a lot of people have actually played Reign of Legends. I know a lot are on here that have. So within the current roster, who do you like to play with? Who is your main character you want to go and kick somebody's ass with? There we go. Almost done, guys. We're gonna go over some gameplay of Mr. Hyde. I know Hyde's been out, but we hadn't had, you know, a one-on-one with the developer of the game on breaking down what he could actually do. There could be some hitting things that nobody really knows he could do. And we could potentially also go over these patch notes here. Let me get my game updated here. Sorry guys, bear with me. I know you guys don't like, you know, looking at a be right back sign all the time. Especially the starting. Yeah, that some of the music I had, you know, at the beginning of the stream was actually a lot of royalty free music. I honestly wasn't, you know, planning to have that within my playlist, but it ended up in there. You know, almost done, guys. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. So not that big of a patch. It does have, you know, the meter fixes for grabs. And I believe it's also going to have a few fixes for Mr. Hyde. He was, you know, missing a lot of animations that was reported. I know there was one that was reported. I know there was one that was reported about Mr. Hyde not having movement in one of Mary's unleashes. But yeah, let me go ahead and log into Steam here. There we go. All right. Get this download in here and we'll go over some gameplay. And then once we get through this, we're going to go over this mode we've been talking about. Now, it's not directly in the game yet. I do not have a link directly to it within the menus because it is still work in progress. I'm going to tell y'all that. I know some probably snuck onto the channel here this past few days and seen our test stream. Some of y'all may actually already know what it is. So, try to keep your lips shut. Don't mention what it is. It's just let everybody see it at the same time. All right. Let's go ahead and launch the game up. Now I'm going to be playing with keyboard. This is what I mainly use when I'm working on the game. Here we go. Alright, in game, finally. Alright, we're gonna jump on over to training mode. Gonna pick Mr. Hyde. I'm gonna hurt you. And we're gonna beat up on Frank.
ready to break bones.
I'm gonna go to the parry stage here. Yeah, I can easily, you know, see anything that's in the chat. I can see it on YouTube and Twitch. You know, we're streaming live on both YouTube and Twitch today. I can see both chatting.
Chapter 1. Fight.
So, you know, as far as Hyde's attitude goes, we can, you know, directly tell he's an asshole. But yeah, some issues here and there. There is still polish needed in most cases for him. But you know, as far as his normals go, he probably has the fastest crouch kick in the game. So he probably has one of the best pokes in the game. And as far as, you know, combo extensions goes with his special move, you may not realize that, but that move right there, you can dash cancel. You can get 2 cancels for, you know, meterless extension. As far as, you know, other things he's got as far as meterless goes. Within this update for Mr. Hyde, we added, you know, something that dates back to, you know, Street Fighter 4, and giving, you know, characters 1 frame links within out of their combo strings. So like the first, when it comes to Hyde, you can do his punch medium and then go to crouch kick. See, this right here is, you have to really time that. Same for Frankenstein. He can do punch kick, and then, you know, with proper timing, you can cancel to that crouch kick. Other characters have this as well. It may not be a kick, it may be a punch. You know, there is still ways to do that. But yeah, as far as, you know, more gameplay for Hyde goes, I know, you know, there was a combo that was done with, I believe it was on a stream with Uncaged, you know, showing, you know, 63%, I believe it was. Mr. Hyde is well and capable above that. He can, most characters in the game can catch a dead kill. That's the way the gameplay is, you know. Mainly we have a good combo system to where it's like a versus game without tag. You could say that. So like the main way to do these long drawn out combos, you have to punish your opponent, you know, catch them hitting a button, you know, catch them, you know, not doing something that's safe. So as far as the combo goes with Mr. Hyde, this is usually the bread and butter I go with. I usually start it out like that, you know, when you really want to catch him off guard, you can go in and do a combo and then cancel to that. You can cancel to any of his, you know, counter moves while in a combo. If you happen to get that, you'll get that reset, and then a punish will follow, and then there you go. You have, you know, full advantage of your opponent to deal as much damage as you want. Alright guys. So like, as far as, you know, all the other moves he has, you know, he has a Superman punch, you know, the EX version for ball bounce. I know most will know this, but I know, you know, some users do not actually have the game right now. You know, he has been out for almost a whole month, but you know, a lot of people are actually seeing this for the first time. Right, yeah, it's a real fast punch, but it is very punishable. You can actually get dodged out of it. You can, you know, just, you know, using it all the time, you know, yeah, it is a fast move, but you can still do that. EX safe. I believe most of those are always going to be, punishable. As far as when it comes to being safe or not. I mean, as far as balancing goes, we're actively working on it. There could be an issue with it. There could not be an issue. It's just me. I'm always, just sitting here by myself working on this stuff. I don't have a whole team working on balance of the game. So, like, you play it, you think it's unsafe, you think it's not safe, tell me. I'll fix it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Right, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it all depends. I mean, we work on this. I work on this game. I try to get the content out as fast as possible. So when it comes to stuff that's going to be balanced or unbalanced, that's just something that's going to have to be worked on over time. But yeah, as far as his unleash moves go, his close unleash. It's like a flying knee, and then he goes down and mountain punches, and then kicks you in the head. And then his other unleashed pulls out a block. Just fills you full of lead. I mean, I know there was like one feature requested in our Discord about being able to do death sentences while inside training mode. I'm actually working on that right now. It's going to be a little checkbox to decide the training mode options. So y'all can actually go in and check those out without having to go into a player versus player to look at it yourself. So, Alright, so everybody in the chat on both Twitch and YouTube, who's ready to see the new gameplay mode? Who's ready? We'll have to jump over to Unity because we'll be looking at that inside the editor. Show of hands. How about everybody hit 1 in chat? Hit 1 in chat if you're ready for it. I gotta see a lot of 1s in there. I see 1. How about, oh yeah, there's 2, 3. Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. Alright, so we're going to close out the game. And we're going to go over, first we're going to check out how Frankie's is set up. For those that don't realize it, it's called challenge mode. Challenge mode. A lot of the testers already knew about this. Yeah, a lot of the testers already knew about this. They've known about it since, I started working on it. Yes, it is combo trial. Granted, it is not completely finished. I'm still actively working on it whenever there is downtime and when there's not a lot of bugs being reported. Because whenever bugs are reported, I'm always constantly having to work on bugs. As far as new features go, those always have to go to the back burner because bugs are high priority. But yeah, we're going to go over with Frankie first. And go ahead and select Frankie right here. And go ahead and get this started up. So yeah, we're inside Unity right now. There's going to be times where we're going to be showing stuff directly inside the editor. So this actually gives y'all a complete behind the scenes look at about how I make the game, and stuff like that. So here shortly we're going to have Hurricane join us here on stream. All right, I'm going to turn some sound on here so we can have some background. All right. Alright, so yeah, basics right now. You know, we're just showing off how to do his combo string. So, as far as when it comes to how our combos are, if you have played Mortal Kombat games, you will know that our combo strings are just about the same. You just dial it in. That simple, you know. You don't have to, exactly wait for it to hit. But yeah, right now, it starts out as basic, but eventually we're about to see some long ones. I mean, here's a first one right here. Let's see if I can pull it off. See, I already dropped on me. Man, while we're in this mode, if you hit your reset like you do in training, it's going to reset you back where you start. So eventually in training mode, I will include an option, to allow you to reset to the left of the stage or right of the stage. But as of right now, we're still actively working on that. So let's see if I can get this off. Keep hitting the wrong button. Keep hitting the wrong button. Sorry about that. You're off on doing combos. Well, eventually, this challenge mode is going to allow people to help you. It's going to allow, users that are not used to doing combos, it's going to help you do combos. That's what training trials or combo trials or, whatever they're called, set them up. So, let's see if I can get this one off. So, where I'm messing up at is after that jump punch, is after the air punch. Looks like this one right here may have got messed up while I was working on some. When you tell, I'm guessing touch of deaths. I mean, if anybody has a combo they want to include in this, you're welcome to do it. You just have to make a video and show me the notations on how to do it, and I can include it into the combo trial. It's just that we're gonna have to separate it between beginner to advanced to extremely advanced, if that's the case. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we can probably talk about that. I want to get the, thumbs up from Hurricane on that, because we do have somebody that's willing to do some comics for us. I'm sure we may end up announcing that at a later date, but we do have somebody that's interested. Alright, let's see if I can get this off. Alright, yeah. That one right there is going to need some work. So, how about I switch it up and we'll go to a different character? If I got a munchkin behind me. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was about to actually do that. I'm not sure what I have set up for Helsing as of right now. I believe at one point in time I was sitting there having to study what I wanted to do inside the trials. Because as of right now, I believe mostly all the characters I have set up have 5 each. I still need to, include some more. Copyright over what? I mean, if you're talking about the first game, yeah, we've had cease and desist letters a lot back during the first game. This game, not so much because everything's public domain. I mean, I don't see why we would have that. But yeah, we actually knew that Freddy Krueger was going to be an MK9 before everybody else because Warner Brothers sent Mark, stuff like that. Yeah, correct, Josh. Yeah, all of this is for use due to the fact that mostly all the characters are within the public domain. If a character's within public domain, there is no copyright holding it back. Slender Man, we actually tried to actually get a license for Slender Man, but what happened was the license holder was no longer giving out licenses. I believe this was back when that movie was actually being produced for it. But yeah, other than that, yeah, we hadn't had a cease and desist for anything related to Slender Man. Yeah, yeah, the bad movie. I did not give it a time of day. The movie was pretty bad. Yeah, sorry guys. This it tends to take a long time to load stuff up in the editor, but I'm here to chit chat, talk, set the time. Haven't done that yet. Some of these combo trials I was having issues with the actual code, so I had to include extra things to it, like for example this jump punch. I've actually figured out how to fix that, and I can remove that. There we go. All right. So get this easy stuff over with. Let's see what the next one is. I know it's a juggle combo. Jump. Okay. Needed to run quicker. Oh yeah, I know what this one is. Okay, I'm wanting to add stuff to it because that's what I usually do. It's like bread and butter for me. Bounce. No, I didn't get my ground bounce. Where's my ground bounce? Ah, I'll get my ground bounce, but I didn't do my unleashed. There we go. Oh, there we go. Alright, so this is the corner loop for the bomb. Don't remember how I did that.
You're so dead.
Gotta do my damn ground, there, ground. Ah, I didn't do my unleashed. Yeah, this one gives you plenty of time to do it. That's the thing. I'm always like, my fingers. That was me adding stuff to it. I'm still wondering why that bomb's still here. That's an issue I'll have to work out eventually. Oh, it looks like I had my first little error here within my console. I'll have to work out that eventually. I'll get it here in a minute. I keep wanting to do the wrong thing. There, around. Hey, I got it. Right, yeah. Yeah, if you think, these combos are crazy, that's where it ends. I think that was the last combo I had created for him. But that's the new game mode, guys. I'm actively working on that. When I'm not having, any bugs that I have to fix. Um, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm really good. Right? Yeah. You can do bomb from kangaroo kick. There's all these hidden things y'all need to experiment with. Jump in the lab if you know. Right. Right. Let me see here. All right. So if we can get Mark up in here to join us on stream. Go ahead and get my headset ready. You guys will be to also hear from the legend himself. One second, guys. One second. Uh, I don't know if y'all can hear that back there, but my son is crying. He wants to see daddy. Wow. One second, guys. Okay. So I may have a helper here. Brad Jr. All right. Make sure we got Mark up here in Discord here. Hmm. One second here. Not seeing. Okay. Let's see.
Do you hear me, Brett? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Chad, can you hear Mark? Can we hear Mark, chat?
Yeah, I don't know why the camera is not working.
Okay, yes. So everybody can hear you in chat.
Oh, okay. So hi everyone. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, it's disturbing. I can see myself, but yeah, hi everyone, and thank you for being on our first stream. It's very experimental for
Right,
us,
right.
but it's fun. It's fun. We tested that last week.
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah, we had a
what?
lot of fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing it, and now we have 54 viewers today. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, I think for starts, not that bad. I wasn't expecting that much people. Even it's
Right.
not much, but still.
Yeah. Well.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I thought we could introduce ourselves a little bit because we've been showing a little bit of. We jumped right in the Unity and the new
Right.
game
Right.
mode, so we skipped that part. Maybe many of our followers know us from
Right.
um, Rain. was the rise of the boogeyman stuff, and
Right. Yeah.
but still, there's always something we can tell about us. So I don't know. You want to start, Brad? Maybe tell you about yourself and
Well, yeah.
about your background and stuff.
Well, yeah. As everybody knows, my name is Brad Anderson. I have worked with a program known as Fighter Maker Second. That was the engine we used to make that was used to make Terrordrome, Rise of the Boogeyman. As for myself, I was making different projects with this engine, and had an active community website that was pertaining to Fighter Maker Second. So and then, eventually, Hurricane comes along and, he starts showing, Terrordrome within the community there. And I was like, wow. It's like, oh. And then I was like, oh, wow. He used to work for, or he works for Ubisoft at the time. And I was like,
No, no, not at the time. At the time, I was still in France, and
right,
uh, I wasn't. I haven't worked in the big video game company yet. I had worked on Titus Titus Interactive, made RoboCop and other awful games, really.
right.
Um, but at the time, no, I was in France still, so I wasn't in Canada. I started working at Ubisoft once I came here in Canada.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had experience in video game industry already. And
Right.
yeah, I remember. I think I contacted you just a week after I started showing something. The first the prototype for
Right. Yeah.
Rise of the
First
Boogeyman.
demo.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the the game somewhere. I think I
That
lost
first
it.
version.
So
Yeah.
yeah. It would have been fun to see that again. Um, But yeah, so Brad and I have been working since that day.
Right.
Not officially in the beginning because I was just asking him for help, and Brad has always been there, to ask questions, answer questions or give me some tips and stuff. And but here it's like our work together, our relationship. Is that how you call that? It doesn't sound weird. I said relationship, right? You can say that.
Yeah, yeah, we
Yeah.
do
Okay.
have a
Okay. Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, it started. So imagine it's been like
Hey, thanks
what,
for
more
following.
than 15 years ago. Because that was in the
Right.
2005, I believe.
Yeah, it was 2005, and then as the years went by 2008, I was actively working on Rise of the
Right.
Boogeyman. I was the
Yeah.
main
Yeah.
guy over Rise of the Boogeyman
Yeah.
back then.
Because you had your own game, like what is a mixer remix of Mortal Kombat. I can't remember the
Right,
name.
yeah. Yeah, well, I believe at the time I was actually, just playing around trying to do like a Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter and
Right.
in Fighter Maker Second. I know some users have actually, came on the Discord and was like, "Hey, did you make this?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I did." And
Oh, okay.
it had some pretty amazing gameplay I introduced in it.
Yeah, I remember. I played it. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really
it
cool.
was. You could do like you could cancel supers into supers, and it was just crazy off the wall.
Right.
And granted, you could do fatalities to Street Fighter characters.
Sure.
I
Yeah, and just
remember. Yeah.
hold on a second. I'll be right back. Hold on a second.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I remember, when I was working on that, some people were like, hey, why don't you use, these movie sprites, from the Street Fighter movie game? And then at the time, I was like, well, they don't have this move or they don't have this move, stuff like that. And now, me going back and thinking about, when I was working on that, I was like, you know what? I could have actually done that, you know. and tried to sprite edit some of those. And I'm always looking at these Mortal Kombat projects that Mugen community has made, and very interesting stuff. So
I'm back, by the way.
okay, welcome back to the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, to figure out why the camera doesn't work, yeah, I can't now for sure. Oh well. Let's see that for next time, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you would just have to go to your Discord and
Yeah, I mean, but no, I don't know why.
you should see like a camera icon and then turn it on.
It should be on. We tried that
Make
last
sure
time.
your camera is.
Yeah, everything is connected. I have no
You
idea.
just had to select through a proper camera, I guess. I mean, if you could actually look on the stream and see where I'm at, see if you had that same exact thing.
Yeah, I have the same thing. So, but I
You
don't
had,
have that much options actually. I just have one. So I don't know. It should work.
yeah, that should be your camera if you just have
Yeah.
one.
Let me just disconnect and connect again. Sometimes
Yeah,
that
yeah,
work.
yeah. Sometimes that will work. But yeah, as far as making a Van Helsing skin that looks like me, I mean that would be something cool. But if we're just gonna make a character, that looks like me, he's gonna play like me. He's gonna have moves that I would like to have. I got this background here. I could always act out what I want, and Mark can animate it. But that's just something that if the community wants it, then you're gonna have to ask for it, and give us some support. Like right here on our Patreon page. If you always have ever wanted a Bloody Mary shirt, now's the time you can get it. You can pledge $10 for 3 months. That way we can make sure y'all are actively ready and willing to get that shirt. More merchandise will come soon, posters, other things, a whole lot more stuff, and for right now, on the Patreon, this is what, this is how you want to get those exclusive shirts. And yeah, as of right now, my helper back here is knocking on my background. I don't know if you guys can hear him. Instagram, I still have my Instagram. I jump on there from time to time. I don't know what he wants. He's asking me for something over here. So I don't know if you guys watch Max a Million Dude, on Twitch a lot. His little girl has a fan, and my son is a big fan of hers. He is constantly going on YouTube, and he's wanting to find that video when she was screaming into his mic. I believe he's wanting to try to be the same thing and do that too. Yeah, here he comes. I'm sorry, guys.
I think I may know why this wasn't working. Okay,
Like I
let me.
said, there's always going to be technical issues on the very first stream. Never fails. But the good news is, we have 0 drop frames right now. So everything I'm saying and everything I'm showing to you, you are seeing it. So that's making me happy.
But yeah, the camera is working now.
Camera
So
is working now. Okay, let's see if we can get Mark on screen here. Let me set this right here. I know you were seeing him there. Let me see here. Let's see here. Okay. Hold on, guys. Let me get this fixed up real quick.
Oh, I can't hear you anymore. Wait.
Still there?
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
here, but
okay. Just
okay, the
making sure
sound was
you can
good.
hear me.
Yeah, I can
Uh,
hear.
no. Let's just sit you right there for right now. I did have my other stuff set up, but it just doesn't seem like it's wanting to work. But yeah, we have Mark here right on screen, as you can
So
see.
okay, do we have this delay? Yeah,
Well, I
big
mean, of
delay.
course, there's going to be a delay, but you're going to
Yeah, it's
want
pretty
to.
disturbing at first, but
Right,
okay.
right. You get used to it eventually. I mean, as far
Yeah,
as.
after a few streams.
Right, yeah. But yeah,
So yeah,
welcome, finally, as everybody can now see your face.
right. This is us, guys.
Yep. Anyway,
Okay.
everybody have seen me before somewhere in some shape, form, or fashion. And have heard my voice on a few videos of ours.
So you started work on the
Yeah,
Hyde
yeah.
Maker 2002 at the
Right,
time, and so you started with the own version of Mortal Kombat remix,
right,
and
yeah.
soon after, yeah, you kind of joined the project Rise of the Boogeyman at the time,
Yeah,
and yeah, and since then, yeah, it's been 15 years almost working together. Um, and yeah, on my end, so yeah, I have a background in the video game industry. So when I came to Canada, I've been working 7 years at Montreal Ubisoft Studio as an animator, and yeah, it was cool. And then I was happy to start my own thing, being freelance and but still working in the same industry. And that's when we started. When I started my company, so that was in 2013.
Terrordrome.
It's been 8 years now,
Yeah,
and yeah, uh, slow start, difficult start because well, it's a new challenges, So and at the time, I thought I could launch. Yeah, at the time we just finished Rise of the Boogeyman, and to be honest, well, we've been working on it like 9 years,
yeah.
something like that. So yeah, I was kind of fed up with horror and fighting games. So I was willing to do something else. So that's when I started. I launched this Land
There,
of Labyrinth project,
right,
which was pretty similar to something like Dark Souls or something. Although what's funny is at the time when I started that project, I wasn't even aware of Dark Soul. Like believe it or not.
right. Dark Souls.
Yeah, someone, yeah, it looks similar to that game. So, oh, really? And but anyhow, so I don't know. Maybe some of the followers here know the story. So we launched Kickstarter
Right.
back. When was it? I can't remember. It must have been something like 2014,
Yeah.
something like that, maybe. Yeah, it went terribly wrong because I was expecting the people, our followers from Terrordrome, to follow me on this adventure, and I think it was too premature, So and there wasn't any connection with our previous game, so I think people got lost, and I don't know. I think it wasn't the time to launch that project. So it's still in the back of my mind, It's like it's still something that I like to do at some point. But I think that the best decision, was coming back to Terrordrome universe and create something. Use our fan base and think of a commercial sequel. So that's what
Right.
we did. So it took a long time. I I regret that. Maybe we should have jumped on Terrordrome 2 just right after Rise of the Boogeyman. But no, it's this is how you do. You try things, you experiment, you realize that that may not be the best way. So I mean, you learn,
Right.
and we keep learning. I mean, this is entrepreneurship, and it's really
Right.
interesting. And but it's a new way of life. So it's not even a new activity. It's like a new mindset. You have to learn a lot of things. You have to adapt, and so here we are. But yeah, is what I don't know how many years later we're still here. We're in the middle of Rise of the Legend. Wait, Reign of the Legends.
Rain.
God, and
Put both the games together, though, huh? It's
yeah,
not
well,
bad.
so it's doing pretty slow in my opinion because we're still working. We have our day
Right.
jobs. So but still we're making it. It's strange because against all odds, it's like we're in the middle of the production. Very few means, like personal, financial means, and still we're making it. So it really shows that there's if you have the will, to do something,
Right.
it is possible.
Yeah.
And I'm telling that for because I know that people have written to me before to say that Rise of the Boogeyman was an inspiration for them, to create their own thing, either their own game or follow artistic studies. And, so it's good to know that we sometimes you don't realize, but you have an influence on other people's lives just
Right.
by creating something that you put out there. Um, so, but yeah, so here we are. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
here we
important
are.
to stick to your dream, and keep pushing forward because you don't know where it might take you.
Right. Yeah.
So in our case, it took us to well, it's been 1 year now that the game is out on Steam.
Mhm.
And in itself, it's quite an achievement.
Yeah.
Like Brad said earlier, it's like we weren't sure that we get to that point because the debut of this project was really messy. We had
Right. Yeah.
people coming, keep people going. We were not sure if we could continue. Um, but yeah, so here we are. So, and second achievement, I think I mentioned that earlier before somewhere, is that so we didn't know how how the game would make it on Steam because it's not finished. It was pretty how do you say that? Sketchy in the beginning.
Right.
If you take a look at the first video, like maybe the video we posted for the Kickstarter campaign, I think you can see a difference.
Yes, you can really see a big difference between how the gameplay is. Because I mean
I
that back during, Kickstarter, this was back when we had, no EX moves, certain moves, did the combo extension already and, going from there. Plus, I believe that was back when we had the camera pulled out a little bit further. Then, as we got further in development, we pushed it in further because you wanted, to see more character detail. But then the fans, did not really like the real close camera, so we brought it back
mm,
where it was at that point within that
yeah,
demo.
at first I wanted to have the camera closer to the action, but
Right.
I mean, that's when you realize why other games are doing things a certain way. So you realize that you need to come back to a certain standard. You know, there's a reason why sometimes they do that. One of the other details like that is you often see, invisible walls in fighting games.
Right.
And I was always that bothered me all the time. It's like, why are these people, the characters stopping in the middle? But when we started having problems, when you need corners, I think we had that problem in the beginning with Van Helsing when he's calling his helper Chupacabra, and when he
Yeah.
was on the corner, we didn't know where to make it appear because I wanted to have those physical walls in every stage.
Right.
But then when Chupacabra is supposed to come from behind the housing, I mean, what happened in the corner? So we had to figure out things, and yeah, it would have been easier if we had invisible walls, and no physical boundaries in the stage. But you know, we keep learning. We keep learning with Unity as well. And all the props goes for to Brad really because he figured things out live, as we progress. And honestly, this is quite astonishing because you know it's coding. It's a new language. That's a real job. And
Yes.
and I
Yes.
remember the beginning is we were like we were kind of waiting for to meet with a real coder, because it's like
Yeah.
with no coder, there's no way we can make this game. So
Right.
we've been looking for asking people, and in the meantime, Brad just jumped in, and start figuring things
I
out.
can. I trial and error. That's how I learn. I just jump in. I read. Just see what was like. What's this do? Okay, let's figure out what that does. Play with it. Play with it. Play with it. Ah, eureka! I know what to do with that. So then you just keep going till eventually you have something that's working.
Right.
So
but still, I'm still amazed that Brad, was able to play this role. So we didn't have to wait on a quarter, a third guy. So we had the technical part solved, and I was the artistic and design part. So this is how we can make it. Pretty much like in the first game, actually, because the
right,
the, the, the other people who joined were mostly um, community manager, testers. But in the end, it's like in terms of production, it's really it all comes down to Brad and I,
right. Yeah,
and still
this
to
is
this
it.
day. So yeah, sometimes I think this is nuts what we're doing here.
Right.
It
Uh,
shouldn't be possible.
and that's also leading into something else I'd like to point out. Fighting games are not easy to make. They're not.
No,
Fighting
I
games are
thought,
probably the hardest game we could make.
yeah.
And
So even with
and
our
guys,
first game
two people.
experience,
That's
yeah,
it. This is the team. This is
yeah,
it.
pretty much. We get a lot of help from Mitch, really,
Right.
because
Yeah.
managing the community, and I
Yeah.
mean, it might not be something real difficult, but you need to be there. You need to do it. So
Right.
it takes some times, and we don't have the time to address every single aspect. So Mitch is doing a really great job. So thank you, Mitch, for joining. I think he
Yes.
joined us last year or 2 years ago or something like
Two.
that.
2 years.
2 years ago. Oh
Yeah,
man, time
yeah.
flies.
It's after Paul decided he wanted to, it was after the Kickstarter pretty much, failed. Yeah,
Oh, right. You're right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I'm not too keen on Kickstarter campaigns. It's really so stressing, and it's a lot of work. Like you have to prepare everything, all the content, for the page, and you have to think about a lot of things. And then when it fails, it brings everybody down. I mean, it's really, it's really something. It's like a roller coaster of emotions.
Right.
So yeah, it takes a lot of energy from you, and it
Yeah.
stopped the production pretty much, because you need to
Right.
focus on
Made
that.
us grind to a halt.
So yeah, when it failed, well, it's like not half of the team, but some people were working with us. They just they're feeling bad. It brings everybody down, so they
Yeah.
left the team. Um,
And it was like, oh, it failed. Yeah, this game ain't working out.
hmm,
And so,
yeah, it creates this feeling that nobody cares about what you're doing. So why should you continue? But this is when you have to stick with your dream and goals, and you have
right.
to continue because it's just a campaign that didn't work, and for it could be different reason. Uh, we're not that huge used with marketing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this is also skills that we have to develop, understand how things work, and inside within our budget as well. Because
Yeah.
big companies have they have a whole team and budget just for that, just for the advertising. So
Advertising stuff. Right.
and so yeah, so it's a lot of things to learn. But maybe I don't want to reveal too much now. We're just talking to a third party to see if we can produce things like comics and stuff like
Right.
that. So we're still talking, but we'll see. So if that comes uh, to um, to a point where we're ready to launch this side project, we might start a new Kickstarter campaign because we need funds, to comics and stuff like that. I mean, it requires some some money to make it happen. So, but it won't interfere with the production of Rise of the Boogeyman. Now I'm
Right.
stuck with the old game.
Yeah,
um,
you're still stuck in this rain.
Reign of the Legend. Oh my gosh.
Rain of the Legends.
But yeah, yeah,
Um,
it's like it's like now the game Reign of the Legend is relying on Steam sales. So it kind of got to a point where the game can auto finance
yeah.
itself. So and that's the second achievement that I want to mention earlier. So that would be like something on the side. So we're still talking about that, and if it becomes official, I mean, we'll
Yeah,
let you
we'll
know, guys. But
yeah, we'll make
but that could
a
be a really exciting adventure.
right, we'll make a full, announcement on anything like that, probably right here on the stream. As I believe I mentioned, I believe when we first started today, we are going to do this mainly on the first Saturday and last Saturday of every month, just to try to, cater to everybody. But we're also wanting to branch out. We have to be our own influencer, you know. All the others have failed. They are not really spreading the word as they should. So we're going to be our own. So we will definitely try to have plenty of content, every stream to show you something new, something fresh. I mean, in most cases, it could line up with a new patch that comes out, and we can go with patch notes and everything that's cool with the new content that we're producing in the game. But yeah, this will be where you will see that first new content before we ever release it to a patch. That way, when it comes to us being able to make gameplay trailers and stuff like that, want to focus on making a video when we can do it, face to face. I can just directly show you while we're sitting here on Twitch, on YouTube, directly without having to do production on just a 1 minute video. We can go step by step with everything right here. And yeah, I mean, we have to, have a platform to be able to do that, and this is perfect for us. Uh, this is our, first stream with everybody. I know it was rough starting out. I know we have, lost some viewership, due to some areas not being too interesting, but we will try to fix that in the near future.
Yeah, and I'll try to jump in. Maybe Mitch can do that in the future. And it's also a way to be in contact directly with our fans.
Uh,
So whenever you have questions, we can ask them on the fly. So I don't know if we is that is that a good time to answer some questions that
yeah,
were
yeah, yeah.
so
Those that are
asking?
still here, yeah, we if you have any, direct questions you want to ask me or Mark, as always, there is always the Discord. But if you want a face to face answer, now is the time. So, anybody in, YouTube, Twitch, you got a question, you feel free to ask, and we shall answer.
Yes. So we have Harry Coro. I don't know if I'm saying that
Yeah,
good, but
directed to the game, guys. Directed to the game, please.
so there, he had this question: why did you choose Spring Hill Jack over others? So okay, why? So yeah, I guess it's because there was a lot of emphasis with Jack the Reaper, for instance, for some reason. Um, um, yeah, one of the reason I don't know for some reason I don't feel comfortable with real killer, real person, real killers because Terrordrome is more about it's fiction, it's fantasy. So yeah, um we have some ideas to bringing like historical characters in the roster maybe in the future, and so Jack the Reaper could have been there, but I don't know. For some reason, I don't feel comfortable with this guy, and so we prefer to stick with legends, folklore, mythology, and and there were a lot of people asking for Spring Hill Jack. He was in the top tier requirement for the characters. And I had this idea to make him, if it's a modern take on Spring Hill Jack, that could be a first character to have a little bit of tech on him, so I imagine him having like a suit or something, and why not since he's using his legs to jump to over the roofs, maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe he could have those steel legs, and so maybe he could be you know um, how do you say, like amputee person, like those people running at um in those events. I mean, those sports where you have crippled people. So, and it might add, like a background, an interesting background for this character. So yeah, so I mixed that up, and we came up with this modern Spring Hill Jack. So there's a lot more to reveal on him because so far we just revealed, his design. But who is he really? Why is he doing that? Why does he wear this suit and stuff? I mean, this is something that we will have the opportunity to tell in the future, and the comics instance, having comics would be really cool to tell you know the story of every characters, and to go deeper in detail with their lives and their why they story how they story intertwine, with the rest of the characters. So yeah, that could be an interesting adventure, really.
All right.
So I think
All right.
it's really
Yeah. I'm seeing, and also a question from YouTube, Ultimate Killer Combat X, asking if Terrordrome's, Reign of the Legends going to work on Steam Deck. Yes, it works on Steam. It's going to work on Steam Deck. We are actually looking forward to being able to get a developer unit for that. We will be testing the game on Steam Deck, so if you're wanting to, have a place to be able to play the game without a computer, Steam Deck's going to be where you want to go. Until
yeah,
then,
that could be great.
yeah, as far as questions about console releases and stuff like that, future consoles, anything in the past we probably won't support. If it's gonna be, like current gen, like the PS5 or the Series X of Xbox, this is a possibility. But when it comes to console releases, it's gonna cost money, guys. This is something that a publisher would have to be needed. So this is why we have our stream now. We have our platform. We just got to get our voices out there, get us heard, get the game seen, get the game played. We will be on a console. We just got to get, spread the news, spread the word, let everybody see my face, his face, see Helsing's face, all these characters' faces, duking it out, and everybody playing. That's how we get a console release. And I believe
Yeah,
there's
so we have this question from Stormwatch, I guess. What does this anniversary actually mark? What happened today a long time ago? I think we mentioned that before.
We released early access for Reign of the Legends on Steam.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
exactly on this day last year.
Yep.
And yeah, quite an adventure, quite an achievement for us. And yeah, we just happened to make that stream today. So it's yeah, it's great. It feels great, really.
Yeah, see, like originally I did want to stream, showing off Hyde gameplay, but some things did not line up right with how my scheduling was with my work, or how home life is. And plus there was a lot of constraints and issues for when we was wanting to release Hyde. But I figured today would be perfect to be our first stream. Let's celebrate the game being on Steam for one whole year. And
right.
It's so far it's amazing, guys. We would like to disclose financial how many units have been sold, but we'd like to keep that confidential right now until further notice. But yeah,
I think all I can say is like I think for indies, we're doing like all right. It's like I think it's pretty average, but in the good sense, like we're doing pretty good because I've been reading a lot of indie developers, who release their game on Steam, and after 6 months, the game is dead already. They barely make a few $100. So I think we're doing pretty good. I mean, for a game who isn't finished yet. Yeah, we're just in the middle. We have very positive reviews. We have Dynasty and Cage doing videos every time we come up with important update like new characters. So I think we have a good traction on that. And so yeah, the sales on Steam platform, they're okay. I think they're pretty good. The thing is, yeah, once you take off the fees, taxes and stuff, it's like it's a bit small, but still, it's a great help for us to continue the game. So and sales like are continue, so I believe we're in good track. Like after a year, I'm pretty amazed of the work we've done with Brad, really. So I think it's good news for the future.
I'm not sure, Red Warrior, if whether or not your channel has actually helped the game or not, but I know for a fact that, for being an early access title, and as Mark mentioned, we are doing really well. Granted that we have, we're not finished with the game yet, and it still has, the occasional bad bugs. But, I'm always trying to actively fix that, with the patch notes that are, right behind me here. But, yeah, I can see another question here. Who's the better Terrordrome player in between the both of us?
Not me, definitely.
Yeah,
not.
it's not Mark. I mean, I could say, you have to think. I'm the guy that's just sitting here all day long making the combos combo. Who's gonna be a good player here? Between,
Right. So
between the animator and the gameplay artist, okay.
yeah, it's like I spend my time, working on the animations, working on this and that. But then it leaves me very little time to actually play the game. So
Right.
actually, when I test the game, it's once every
Yeah.
3 months or so, and every time it's like, oh, I mean, it's like I'm playing a new game every time, because there is all these updates that I don't have the time to actually experience myself. So every time I play the game, it feels like a new game, and I'm like, hey, we did that. I mean, we're getting there. It feels good,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a really bad player, and I forget the combos really fast. So it's like I play a few hours, every once in a while. So and Brad is the guy who really creates the combo mechanics inside Unity. So I just give him. So I have a design of the combos, So I create the animation's based on that, but then it's up to Brad. He does, he mixes everything and he does his own thing. So
Right,
he's
yeah.
the real combo master. So we had Karas in the past that was our
Right.
former main tester, and he was an amazing player, really.
Amazing player, but there's a lot more amazing players from what I'm seeing now.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So-
I mean, there are new players that can pick up the game and pick up the gameplay, and
Right.
they really know how to play and how to use the character and stuff. And even I sometimes when I watch the videos, like, damn, I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah. It was
So
like earlier when I was showing off our combo trials mode. Someone was like, "Oh wow, he can do that." I didn't know he can do
yeah,
that. It's like, yeah,
well, I feel the same every time. It's like
lab.
and that's
Jump in the
based
lab.
on the Yeah, and that's based really on the work that Brad did on Rise of the Boogeyman.
Right.
Like initially, I wanted a pacing close to what Street Fighter 2 was. You know, like it
Yeah.
wasn't really aimed to be a combo game. So I know it may sound weird because this is fighting game, so you must have combos. But let's say I'm old school, you know, I stuck with this type of gameplay or early games. So I never wanted to have big combos. You know, when I watched
Right.
Killer Instinct, this is too much, right? And but anyway, since at the time we were working together on the game, Brad and I, he started to tweak things and add more combo possibilities. And when I watched the videos, I was like, hey, I like that actually. It's like it's doing a favor to the game instead of breaking it like I thought it would. So and we just kept the same basis and improved it in Reign of the Legends, and
Right.
I think everybody is happy with that. I
Yeah,
think
and yeah, and when it comes to, combo systems, stuff like that, yeah, everything that you see in the new game pretty much transitioned from the old one. So yeah, being able to do relaunches and, restands, juggle, send a person up in the air, send them back down, continue a combo once they hit the ground. All of that came from, Reign of the Legends, or not Reign of the Legends, but Rise of the Boogeyman. Uh, but yeah, another question was asked, if we plan to do a tournament, for testing netcode. See, netcode is a big issue for us right now. Because nobody plays online. Play online, please. Play online. You know, it's pretty bad when we have to ask people to play online. We don't know if our netcode's good. Nobody plays it. So yeah, we want to make a tournament. We want to do a tournament, but we got to have people playing the game. I could probably boot up the game right now and see that there is 0 people playing right now. So this is why we have this stream. We are gonna try our best to get online, get some matches with you guys. At least me, on stream playing the game online. You can be on stream and beat my ass. Do it.
yeah, we would need more online testers. Really,
Yeah,
that
we
would
also
help a lot.
right. We really do need, more testers for the game to be able to play online. Yeah. Nobody plays Terrordrome, Reign of Legends online, even though we should have really, really good rollback netcode. I mean, there is some issues in. Well, the game right now is still $14.99. We're not on sale at the moment. Maybe we should have did a sale for a 1 year anniversary, but as of right now, we're not on sale at the moment. We
No,
are
I'm not sure. I thought
$14.99.
about that, but I'm not sure because we just had summer sales on
Right.
Steam,
We just had
and
that.
also it the promotions like that are usually better if that
Thank you.
not scheduled ahead. So otherwise people are just I'm gonna wait for I mean, even
Right.
if there are already events on Steam, for summer or fall, and but hey, Halloween is about what 2 months, 3 months away, so
Yeah.
it's
Halloween will
we
probably be the most likely sale we'll be a part of. But
right.
oh yeah, thank you. And I believe let's see, Killer Combat X, also known as Red Warrior. As far as guest characters go in Reign of the Legends, that's up to you guys. We cannot make the guest characters happen. You make the guest characters happen. You want the XYZ character? Go beg to their leg the creator of that character and say, "Hey, I want this character in this game. I want this character in this game." We can't do it. It's all y'all. It's the power of the people that's going to allow guest characters to be in our game.
Yeah, there's that, but I don't know. I think we need to finish the game first. Create a stronger fan base from there, because there's a lot of people who have the game in their wish list. So they're
Yeah,
but I
there's a
understand
lot.
that they're waiting on the game to be finished first before
Yeah,
buying it. Not to be sure of what the product is. And I totally relate that. Like I would prefer to wait for a game to be finished, and then I can buy it, and from there we can really see where it takes us. We can do an actual job at advertising the game at that point. So right now we're still in early access, and I think it's doing good. But it's a way for us to gather feedbacks. There's a lot of bugs we need to fix, many issues, and that's why we're in early access. That's what it stands for, right?
right. Yeah,
So it's like we're still in beta phase or
beta.
something.
Yeah,
So
beta phase. I mean,
so
granted. Hmm.
no, you go.
But yeah, granted, we are, here with the games available, people can play it. Get the word out, play local matches. Invite your friends over, play the game, Don't just, play online, I'm sure most of you guys do have friends that play fighting games locally. Play the game locally, don't rely on the internet all the time. I know I have friends locally too. I know I was wanting to try to get some locals going back during, for the July weekend, but that didn't work out too well. But yeah, play the game. That's what I'm wanting to get out. Play the game, Let's find these bugs. Let's get them fixed,
And all,
You guys are giving me work to do on the game. Just know that.
right, and also tournaments. I think it would be a good way for advertising the game. It's like
Right, exactly.
I mean, there are different ways to advertise a product, but a tournament could be a good way. It's like if people involved, we could stream that and have a prize or something. So I mean, I wouldn't mind having a tournament, that acts like an advertising for us. So yeah, definitely. I think we will come to that at some point. Pretty sure about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
All the questions that were asked earlier. I don't know if we do we have the time to answer them. I don't know how long you want to.
well, we're almost coming up on 2 hours now.
Really? Wow.
We could continue to with some questions. I know there's one that was asked about why is the pistol of Hyde so small. I mean,
Yeah, it's a good question.
it's an
Okay,
asset.
you have to keep in mind that Hyde is a big guy. All right, so his body type is similar as Frankie. So it's a real tall guy. So anything in his hand will look, a bit small. But the pistol model that we chose makes it look even smaller in his hand. And the reason why is that, without going into too much detail, it's not really his gun. I mean, it's like when Jekyll's transformed into Hyde. I mean, it's like Hyde is born. He doesn't have anything with them. So the pistol belongs to Dr. Jekyll. So it's like for his own protection. I mean, it's a really basic gun, but it's like. Uh, Mr. Hyde, gets it from Jekyll.
Right.
So and
Jekyll being a tiny man, defenseless man, old
yeah,
man.
so yeah, I haven't. We didn't have the time to introduce him in the intro in the game.
Right.
That's what I
Yeah.
wanted initially, but then it requires a new model, and we
Yeah.
could make it happen. Also, I wasn't sure about the transformation. It means
Right.
that we would have to show the transformation. The intro is just a few seconds, so we just decided to go with something simple that works. And so we have the like a very casual introduction. But again, this is something I would like to tell, in his backstory. So really, I think if we can make the comics happen, there could be a
Yeah.
lot of storytelling.
Right. We'll have plenty of time to be able to show Jekyll in the comics. And
Right.
I believe another question was asked if we had the story planned out. We do. I read it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I wrote it all last year, so it's ready. And it was intended to be told with
Cinematics.
cinematics, yeah, in the game. Now, as we getting closer to complete the game, I'm not
Right.
sure it will ever have actual cinematics, with mocap and stuff.
Right.
I guess we could make it happen, but
Yeah.
that would require so much time, so much effort, and money that
Money.
I mean, I believe it would be like I would be working on it a full year just to
Mhm.
have the cinematics. So is it really worth it, or can we tell the story, with the traditional, images and text?
Right.
And I think we might go this way instead, because I think it's might be better to start working on DLCs once the game is out, instead of spending one full year just to have cinematics, So,
Right.
and
And
again, if we have comics, maybe you could have, like the full story in the comics form, and work it out with text and images within the game, and music
right.
and voices maybe. But I think that would be the best way to address the story.
It depends on whether or not we can or not, Red Warrior. It depends on whether or not that game is actually interested in working with us. As far as the possibility of guest characters based on characters from 80 slasher villains or something like that, we have something planned. It's like slashers. I don't know if I do remember us putting up a poll on our Facebook about copycats at one point in time, and we figured out, where that landed. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. But yeah, as far as the comics go, the comics will be separate from the game. But I do believe we'll probably end up having the comics be represented for our story mode in some way, shape, or form. But DLC characters would also appear in the comics. Just throwing out some answers here for a bunch of these rapid fire questions. But yeah, I believe there's another question here that we have in our Discord. Wendigo will be bigger than Mr. Hyde, right? Yes. He's going to be a big boy.
Yeah, he's gonna be. If we compare to Street Fighter Five, it would be like the Abigail of
Yeah.
the game.
It's
It's
going to be
like
the
the
Abigail of the
biggest
game.
body type. Yeah, so I don't know how bigger it will be compared to Sasquatch.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, because we have to figure out. We have to make it work in game, because even at this point, when you have the Sasquatch fighting Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary looks like
Yeah, she
pretty.
looks tiny.
She looks
Very
small
tiny.
already. So imagine having the Wendigo. So he's gonna be bigger. but we have to figure out a way that all the animation works together and stuff. So, but yeah, he's gonna be bigger. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He's going to be a large character, and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
he, he will probably be fun to make. I just got to, wait until then. I know the
Oh yeah.
next character I will probably be working on once animations are in my hands will be the White Lady.
Right. This is the next character that I'll be working on. So yeah, like we talked yesterday with Mitch, I'm working on a new vlog. Right. This is it's gonna be the fourth one. I'm wondering if I will continue to do these vlogs if we have the streaming now that that you can watch on YouTube.
Yep.
Will it make sense anymore? I don't know. We'll see. So, but I'm gonna work on that right now. So I actually started writing the text yesterday, and right after. Oh yeah, there's two more stages like to do, and then I'll jump on White Lady's animation. So I don't know if it would be really good if we can have her complete or almost complete by the end of the year, for Christmas.
Yep.
I'll try to work that out, but there's no guarantee yet.
Right. Yeah.
And I
Because,
apologize for Mr. Hyde for this character coming out to that late, because it's been what 8 months or something after this came out. So is I mean, there's been a lot of going on in our lives, and especially on my end, with the COVID stuff. I mean, a lot of tension and stuff like that. So it slowed down my work a little bit. So I'm really sorry about that. So I hope that I can catch up, and try to have a playable version of White Lady by the end of the year. So yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, when it comes to these characters, guys, animations take a long time to make. Because yeah,
Yeah,
I'll end up getting the first animations, months later, and he's still having to work on animation. And in some
yeah,
cases, when I do get some of them, there's going to be some bugs with the animation, and I got to send them back to him, and he's got to fix them, and I got to send them back again. So it's a lot of back and forth. So this is why it takes a long time for certain content to come out, because this is just between me and Mark here. We don't have a whole team. I wish we did, but we don't.
right. And the more character we have, the more combinations of animation we have among all the roasters. Yeah. So it adds more work every time we add a new character. So we're working
That's
with
second.
body types now. So and Wendigo will be the last different body type we'll add to the game, but White Lady should have the same body type as the White Lady. So there's a lot of animation that I created for Mary that we can use for the White Lady. So hopefully, that can speed up the process a little bit.
yeah, that will definitely help out. It probably won't be till December if that's the case. If mostly those animations, are easily to be able to be copied and pasted over to the character model. But yeah.
So we have more questions. Should I read them?
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
where did Hyde get pants so big in his eyes? Okay. I couldn't go into explain everything, for Hyde. And although we have this, underwear version, like in the concept art, in the meantime, we figured that it would be better if he had pants, pants on during the game. and I think he looks great like that. And so, where did he get the pants? Well, I guess after the transformation, he wander around and steals it from someone from his side or something like that. So I haven't come up with a clear explanation why he does have pants in the game, but I think it's just a detail for now. But again, we could explain that in the comics, like the full story about Mr. Hyde's pants.
But yeah, as
And
far as the question goes, where we hire our voice actors, we outsource to many different websites. So
yeah, I usually go first on Fiverr,
mhm.
which is outsourcing platform on internet, and there are a lot of talented people out there. So yeah, some of them I recruited them on Fiverr, but we also use our network, like using Discord, or checking other website and stuff. But yeah, it's all outsourcing
Right, yeah, a
actors,
lot of
voice
outsourcing.
actors.
As far as we have, Killer Combat X, also known as Red Warrior, asking who are the monsters on the TV screens from the first trailer of Terrordrome 2?
Oh, these are just. I remember I asked Pavel, who was the community manager at the time, and I just asked him to search in the internet, any paranormal videos or pictures, and add black and white effects on them, and that's just it. But there wasn't a great research to it's just random images that we needed to be put on the screens. So there's no mystery behind that. There's no clue or anything. It's just random pictures.
Yeah, random pictures. It's not like we're trying to, be secretive on who a character is going to be playable within those screens.
Right.
Let's see here. Yeah, as far as another question goes, Super E number 2, Mr. Hyde's upcoming stage. The stage is actually complete. We're just waiting on the music for it.
Right.
Yeah, well,
That should come very soon. I don't know when exactly, but yeah, the musician is working on it. Yeah, and once we have the track, then we estimate that the stage is complete. So it shouldn't be too long.
right. Yeah, probably would maybe the next 2 updates. Either
Mm,
not the next update, maybe the next update. It will probably be within the game.
right, and
It all
like I
depends
said,
on once that's finalized.
yeah, and after that, yeah, I'll be working on 2 more stages. Because we're a little bit behind. We have 7 characters, but we have what, six stages or 7?
6 as of right now, 7 including the new one.
Yeah, but since we started to make like not random stages, but the cemetery isn't really the stage of any characters like
Right, it's a neutral stage.
right, so we still don't have any stage for Frankenstein. We did have the stage for Dracula, although the character wasn't even modeled at the time.
Hmm.
So yeah, we need to balance everything. So we have still 3 stages to make this Frankenstein and Sasquatch.
Right, yeah.
So I believe I'm gonna be working on the forest for the Sasquatch. So and um and maybe this the abandoned park that you can see in the concept art.
Right, yeah, the amusement park.
Right.
Yeah, I remember we was actually having some stages outsourced, and that one didn't come out too well. So we decided we're gonna go a different route and do these ourselves. So yeah, in most cases, guys, this is why some certain content takes a while. We got to do it ourselves. It's just me and this guy, me and this guy. So yeah,
Do you
uh,
all have voice actors for all the upcoming characters in the base roster? We don't have any actor yet for the White Lady. I believe I noticed two actors that might do the job, so I will have to contact these people. But as far as Dracula, we don't have anyone yet. Wendigo, I don't know. I don't know if he is going to talk.
he'll
And
probably just have
then
monster noises.
I believe so. I don't seem really, having conversation with
He's
anyone.
not intelligent. All he wants to do is eat, eat.
Yeah, because he's, he would be in the, he's a spirit.
Right.
So anyway, and we have to find out person actors for the two remaining characters for the Invisible Man and Spring Hill Jack.
Yeah.
But I believe we have time for that. So
Right. As far as interactive, voice lines between characters, I do believe we're gonna probably be doing this. Maybe
uh,
inside the story mode, but as far as inside, gameplay goes, to
yeah, I don't
me
think so.
that's
I
too
think
much interest to me.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
not trying to be interest. We're not trying to be Mortal Kombat here, guys.
Yeah, we're certainly not basing Terrordrome on Mortal Kombat. If any reference comes really to mind when I'm at least when I'm doing the animations or the move list, the move set design, I would be more. It's more based on Street Fighter. I know it doesn't look like Street Fighter, but I'm watching more Street Fighter videos, to check on the animations and what they do and mechanics rather than Mortal Kombat. It's like, although I was a fan of Mortal Kombat back in the early days, I'm not anymore for obvious reasons.
Apparent
Uh,
reasons.
but I've never been really a fan of their mechanics. They keep changing, from game to game, and so it's graphically. I'll be honest. I'm jealous. I mean, the last game, Mortal Kombat 11, looks fantastic, but in terms of gameplay, I don't know. I'm not too keen on that.
Yeah. They kind of try to go from what a friend of mine was saying. They try to be more like Mortal Kombat 2, in a sense. Yeah,
Yeah, I would say so. And maybe a little bit of killer instinct, because of the combos, possibilities. But yeah, for
yeah,
some reason, yes, I like the solid mechanic that Street Fighter 2 had, or even Street Fighter 3 or 4 for that matter. I haven't played the fifth one.
right.
But yeah, that would be the inspiration, say, for the
Yeah,
for
I'm sure
game mechanic.
that's mainly the inspiration where the dodge mechanic came from was Third Strike, and it's pretty good to see in a clutch moment on Reign of Legends. People using the dodge. And we have, a hype fighting game. We just gotta have players to play it. So, this is why we have our stream now. We're gonna try to, meet up here, every first and last Saturday of the month. To start out, and then we're gonna branch out from there. More support, if you're feeling generous, you can donate.
if you're feeling even more generous, you can, jump on the Patreon as well. Everything that is put into this or anything, it's all going to be put back in.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, everything is going to be put back in.
Yeah, we're
As
just
far as
reinvesting in the
right,
game itself,
right.
so it's pretty
So
easy to track where the money is going. So
right. So like, if you want something better on the stream, you want something better in the game, you know, allow us to do that.
right.
I mean, that's the way it's going to be. I mean, we have our day jobs, but in certain aspects, those day jobs take us away from what we want to do, and that
Yeah,
is make
so
an amazing fighting game.
I don't know when we'll be able, to work full time on the company, on the game and stuff, but that could help us really, to get there slowly. So yeah, any help, any donation is more than welcome, and we have a lot to show, we have a lot to provide. So uh, let's make it, a teamwork between the fans and this small team.
Right? Yeah. I believe somebody on let's see, on YouTube here. Yeah, the game is out on early access on Steam. It's been out for a complete year.
Right.
So like, if you have missed that, I'm sorry. I mean, go on Steam, search Terrordrome, you will find it. But yeah, as far as that goes, I believe it's been a really great stream, guys. I believe we're gonna end it right there. We will try to have more content for the next stream available. This is mainly our first stream. Like I said, we had some issues starting out today. We all had to had other stuff going on, especially me trying to get that patch out. But yeah, if you're not on the Discord, go ahead and get to the Discord. You can easily do that. If you're on Twitch, scroll to the bottom of the screen. There's a link to our Discord on the page. As far as everybody goes, when it comes to the YouTube, you can easily find the links to our Discord, I believe, on our main page on our YouTube channel. This is, the main place you're going to be to get in touch with us. If you're playing the game, you find a bug, pop it on the Discord. I will instantly see it. I have Discord on my phone. I have Discord right in front of me while I'm sitting right here. This is going to probably be your main spot where you'll be to report issues. But yeah, other than that, guys, it's been fun. I'm glad everybody joined us today for our very first stream. Anyway, you guys have fun. We'll see y'all later.
Right. Thank you for joining. And I hope we can get this working, like twice a month or something. I'll try to be there every time. So, to answer questions and so whenever you have new questions or anything, this will be a good place to ask them.
Yeah, we will have some more Q&A the next stream as well. We'll probably have some more content. We're probably going to try to play some games online next time. We're going to see if we can get some games going online.
Right.
As far as
we have a few ideas, or more content to add to this
right.
channel. So be sure to stick around next time.
And there's also the possibility I may be, doing my own other streams on my own personal Twitch as well, and on my own personal YouTube. So playing other games other than Terrordrome, stuff that I like to play. But yeah, other than that, it's been a great stream, guys. I'm glad y'all joined us. Until next time.